Let's go back to the end of World War II.
Okay.
So if you look at basically all the main actors, none of them get even most of what they want. Some of them get the exact opposite of what they want. Germany and Japan initiate to expand their territory. Both of them end up with the smallest territory they've had in a long time. Britain starts the war, or not starts, but joins the war in order to defend Poland. Poland ends up in totalitarian occupation afterwards, and the British Empire disintegrates. But Stalin ends up with the borders of the Soviet Union vastly expanded. China becomes communist. How do we make sense? Is Stalin just like a master strategist here?
I believe there's a detail of how many tens of millions of Russians died on that thing.
But
So I grade it's a personal success for him. It's the numbers of Russians who were destroyed in that are incredible. So okay, for dictators, yeah, they can have personal successes. I think more it's in these horrible wars that dictators can rise. Also, Great Depressions provide hothouse conditions for dictators. So, I think the lesson is the last thing you want to do is fight a world war. But as Britain discovered in World War II, if Hitler's insistent, you're stuck, right? It might be a lesson for our own day, right? Isn't this Ukraine's problem? They didn't want to fight a war. What are you going to do? Putin launched. We don't exactly want to fight a war. Well, what do you want to do? Let Putin do whatever he wants forever, for however long he wants? The reason you all are prosperous is there's a global maritime order in which people obey rules because it is so much cheaper to obey rules. Because what do you do when people break the rules? You hire a lawyer. It's not protection money or starting to blow up each other's buildings and destroying wealth at an incredible clip, which is what you're seeing going on in Ukraine. So these things are consequential. None of us makes all the choices. And when other people make bad choices, you're stuck responding to them.
before the communists completely won the Civil War, did people anticipate how terrible the communist power would end up being in China?
I doubt it. I think communism was a new thing, right? So you've got it going on with the Russians. Yeah, I mean the nationalists were telling us that it would be like this, and we looked at them and go, what could be worse than the nationalists? Because they were desperate situation with all what the Japanese were doing, and then they get blamed for it all. Yeah, there can't be something worse than that. We'll be called communists, but I don't know that anyone could have predicted why can anyone do a crystal ball what the world's gonna be like in 10 years? Yeah. It seems when you read the history books that it had to be that way, and yet in our own lives we know that it's contingency of why things turn out as the aggregate of all of our choices. How would you ever calculate that?
If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full episode here and subscribe for more clips. Thanks.